Dude, it's hella low.
Is it touching?
Dude, I can't even get the jack out. It's that low.
Oh shit.
For real.
We'll check it out. Hey man, I was sucking this gun at McDonald's. You can't see your mask right now.
Cut it off.
But throw it on Facebook, man. I don't care. But I'm like, I heard that before.
It's cause you got the fucking G35. Give these people a rev up real quick.
Yeah, well I told her about your voice sounds really yummy, and she goes, wow.
Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, what's up YouTube? Jordan back at it with another video. Today we're going to be switching out the coilovers on my Q50. We got the BC Racing coilovers. And we're working on the 2017 3.0. But before we get into this video, if I can ask you guys to hit me up on all my other platforms. I've been getting a lot of support from you guys lately, so I appreciate that. But let's jack this car up and let's get right into it. Let's go. And one thing you guys could do before we jack the car up is just take the seats out, because we're gonna need to get back here for the rear side. And you're just gonna want to pull out the pins on the bottom of the butt part of the chairs, and then you could lift it up and pull it right out. And then with the back part, there's gonna be 4 bolts you gotta undo. There's one right here, second one's right there, third one, and then the 4th one is right there under that seat belt, right there where the rest is. And then you could just pop it right out. But now that that's out the way, let's go ahead and throw this thing on the jack stand.
Hey, yo, clerk, let's head out.
Yeah, so we got the wheels off. We're gonna take off this bolt right here, and then we're gonna hit this bolt in the back of this right here too. Let's go. We got the bolts out of here. Undid this bolt right here too. Make sure you guys have a right here. Make sure you guys have a breaker bar or use a cheater bar, because that shit was tough. And then we also undid the end link that attaches there as well. So we got everything off, and now I'm gonna undo the 3 up top. Sorry for this exposure, it's hella bad, but y'all gotta work with me. This is my first time doing this as well, so I'm struggling while I'm doing this. But these 3 right there, and then this whole assembly should drop down. So that's what we're gonna do now. And then we'll throw on the new coilover. These 3 bolts are out. Now I'm just gonna pull this whole thing down. So give me 1 minute. And my other camera died, so. Y'all saw that? We got this OEM one out. Now let's pop the trunk on these motherfuckers and get to the real shit. You hear me talking shit? No. Okay guys, now we got this. We're gonna throw in there. But what I'm gonna do is undo these. Oh shit. Actually, we gotta preload this thing first, so let's adjust it to the right height. And then and then we could put these in. As you can see here, we got like a couple inches, 2-3 inches on there. But we're gonna hand tighten all of these except for this middle one. We're gonna hand tighten this top one and the bottom one, and then we'll hit them with these right here.
Do I press record?
No, it's good. It's gone. Alright, so what I'm going to do is tighten this one up with the tool until this can fit in between these two. Right now they're just hand tightened. So let's get this done.
The other way, if you want to lock it down into the other. Oh, you're hand tightening it? You're tightening it all the way down?
Yeah. Until this fits in here. That.
Oh,
that's
okay.
how you know. And then you slide this motherfucker up like that. And then what we're gonna do is tighten these two together. This one's gotta go like this.
Yeah, you hold that one and then you turn the other one. And you turn the further one, the furthest one. No, that's gonna tighten it up together. Yeah. Okay, you're locking it. So now you want to bring that other one down into it, huh?
That motherfucker's locked. And then we're gonna throw this in, and then we could always go back and adjust.
Okay, that's your adjustment right there.
Alright.
There goes the big guns. There goes the big guns. You want me to hold that still?
No, that's okay. Thanks, Uncle. Should be good. Okay, so now that we got this tightened down, I'm gonna adjust all this all the way to soft right here. And we'll see how we like it, and then if we got to go back to adjust it, I'll make a video on that. Let me just let me get this done right here like this. But if you guys want another video on how to adjust it and whatnot, hit that like button and show some love. Just let me know down in the comment section what you guys are thinking. Alright, you guys, we got this front passenger one. We got that one in, and now I'm working on the driver's side one. Everything pretty much been pretty easy, but I've just been busting my ass trying to gather some tools, but we're about to pull this one out. Gonna pull out this side, and then I'll get back to you guys when we start working on the rear ones, and once that front one's also put in. Now, same as the other side, we got this measured down to just about the same height, and now I'm gonna tighten it up with these wrench tools that they give you. Hey, same exact thing on this side. Got all these bolts off. Now I just gotta hit the ones up top. These 12mm ones. And then we'll pop this thing out and throw the new one in. You see how we got those 3 bolts in there? Right now they're just hanging down. It's not tightened all the way, because you're gonna wanna line everything back up once you put the new one in. So now that we got this lined in, you see that? I'm gonna take this sway bar end link, and we're gonna put it right back in here like this. Okay, you guys see that? I know it's getting dark and shit, but bear with me. Like, we're pushing this bolt right back in. And now take this and put it on, just hand tighten it, because you want to be able to move this thing around if you need to. And same thing here with the sway bar. Line this back in. And then put the bolt on the other side. And this one here too. See that? That one there is for the sway bar end link. And then this third one, the last one here, pretty simple. And what you could do is use the jack to lift this up if it's not lined up right, or drop it down, you know. You guys are gonna be having to mess with this the whole time. Just line everything up. There we go. Got that one lined up. The bolt back in. Let's screw the nut on there. Well, it should be good to go. I'm just gonna torque everything down and the front should be good. So we'll see how it looks. So we'll throw the wheels back on and then we'll start working on the back. Right off the bat, as soon as I put the wheel on, you can immediately tell that that thing's gonna be hella low. So I'm excited to drop this thing down. I'm about to hop on Instagram Live and show my people what's going on. But yeah, like I said earlier in the video, please hit me up on all my other platforms. I appreciate you guys showing all the support, because we're gonna keep running it up. I've been saying this from day one. So let's get this car down, and then I'll hit you guys up tomorrow, because as you see, it's hella dark out here. It's late as hell, man. I've been running around with my head off of my shoulders. So let's wrap this stuff up and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, you guys, here we go again. This was too low, so I'm going back in here and I'm gonna figure out the right way to adjust these things. But yeah, I'm gonna adjust it real quick and make it a little higher, and I'll get right back to you guys. So this is how it's sitting now. I think it looks pretty good there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I still got to do the back tomorrow, and I have to fix this left passenger side because there's a clicking noise coming from somewhere. I got to figure that out. But without further ado, see you guys tomorrow. Later. Alright, you guys, we're right back at it. Here's another look at it. That's how we're sitting right now. Like I said before, I still gotta fix this side. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's making some type of noise I gotta figure out. Back seat still degutted. Fucking blew the guts out on this motherfucker real quick. But now what we're gonna do is take off this panel here and that one on that side too, so we can get to the rear. So I'm gonna post you guys up and we'll get right into it. Let's go. So you're gonna have to do the undo the clip there, and then a couple up top too, just so you can lift this up a little bit. That's gonna be right here. I did that one too, but I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll update you guys afterwards. Both panels are off. Now we're gonna break the lug nuts on these and then we'll lift the car up. As you can see, I got that one out. Just take the top bolts, the top three nuts off the bolts, and then I did also have to undo this bar right here. It's like a 19 millimeter or 17 mil. And then you can pretty much just move this whole assembly down, kick it down, and then you can rip that one out. I got this here. So what we're gonna have to do, this next part can be extremely dangerous. We're gonna have to spring or clamp these springs down and take the top hat off. So I'm gonna get to doing that, but be safe while you're doing this, because like I said, this can get hella dangerous. If the spring shoots out, it could put a hole in your chest, so be careful with that. I'll show you guys how to do it. Guys, I just went ahead and threw this one in there. I wanted to get a feel of how to do this whole thing before I show you guys, because like I said before, this is my first time doing this too. So when you see me doing this, man, just use this as inspiration to go and get it yourself too. So don't be afraid to go and get outside your comfort zone. Just make it happen. Just go out there, you know what you got to do, just go get it. So what we're gonna do is remove this bolt here, this one here, and then the 3 up top that are right here, these 3, and then we should be able to pull it out. I'll show you guys right now. So you can use this jack right under the rotor for support. Just try not to bend this plate around the rotor, because if it's stuck against it, it's gonna make a grinding noise and you don't want that. But yeah, I got all the bolts off, so what I'm gonna do now is kick this thing down and I should be able to pull this thing out. So I'm gonna just put my leg on top of this shit, the curb stomp this motherfucker. Guys, and with the spring clamps, what you're gonna wanna do is put them on the old spring before you take off the top hat. But go ahead and just compress them down a little bit, that way there's some tension on it and it's not gonna go nowhere. So make sure it's on there correctly, and then when you're gonna wanna go in and take off this 17mm bolt or nut right here off this bolt, and then you can start unloosening the spring. There you guys go. You see how easy that was? Now we're gonna take this old top hat from the old strut and we're gonna slap it on this thing, the new one here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. And my uncle pointed this out. You guys see this little groove right here inside on this plastic piece, on the rubber piece? Make sure that lines up correctly with the top spring. And then you can go ahead and throw the nut on here. Tighten it up. And then we'll set the preload. So this whole strut is assembled. What I'm gonna do is prop this thing up there. And once I got the bolts aligned into the holes, just tighten it up top, so you can just let it hang down, but don't fully tighten it with the wrench, because you're gonna want to have a little play so everything else lines up correctly. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, and get you somebody that can help you out, because I'm telling you right now, that looks way easier than it actually is. So now we're gonna throw everything back together. The old nut came off with the old strut, so BC provides a nut for the bolt. So I'll go ahead and throw that back in here as so, and then I already got this one in there too. I'm just gonna tighten it all up. Okay, so now that all that is tightened up, now we can finally go back in and hit these. But you see, Why I said not to tighten it all the way down. Look how much it raised up. Now I'm gonna throw these back in and get right back to you guys. I dropped the car down, and as you can see, it's still a little too high. Fit like 3 fingers in there, so what I'm gonna do is adjust it. I'll show you guys how to do that right now, but let me show you the other side too. This side's a little lower, but let's fix that real quick. So if you guys didn't line it up correctly in the first time like I did, what you're gonna want to do for lowering it is make sure this one's loose here and just push it up. And now what I'm gonna do, since I had quite a bit of space, I'm gonna move this up a lot. That's probably good right there. We'll see afterwards. We'll go back and adjust it if we have to. But now what I'm gonna do is take my bigger spanner wrench and turn this top collar to the left until this hits the bottom. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. And this whole assembly should just move down. Never mess with the preload once you set it. That's the middle collar right there, the little middle one. Don't ever mess with that one after you already lock it in. We got it lowered, so now what I'm gonna do is go in and tighten the bottom collar. And that should be good. I'm gonna get the measurement of the width in between here and then go and do the same thing on the other side, and hopefully everything's all lined up and good to go. What y'all think? Got everything suited and booted. But man, I'll tell you right now, don't be afraid to keep going back and forth with this shit, because the more you do this stuff, same thing with anything in life, the more you do it, you're only gonna get better and you're only gonna learn from it. So don't be afraid to get your reps in and just step outside your comfort zone and make it happen. And don't let nobody in the comment section belittle you, man. Don't let these bullies get to your head, man. Just keep doing what you gotta do. Stay positive and good shit's gonna happen to you. So I'm gonna go take this thing on a test drive real quick, make sure everything's kosher. I'm pretty sure this front wheel is still gonna start clicking and shit, but it's all good. I'll get it done. Then the next, who knows, I'll try to fix it tonight, but I'm gonna give you guys a quick little cinematic video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, guys. Peace out.